वो दिन भी क्या दिन थे, वो दिन भी क्या दिन थे, वो दिन भी क्या दिन। यारों के बिना ओ यारो लगती है जिंदगी अधूरी, एक कटिंग चाय में सभी का पीना दोस्ती की थ्योरी, फटी हुई जीन्स को भी फैशन बताना मजबूरी, घर से छुपा के गर्लफ्रेंड को घुमाना भी जरूरी, मीठी सी है कभी कभी थोड़ी सी चटपटी, बेफिकर जिंदगी मस्ती में डूबी हुई, ये लम्हे आए ना ये दोबारा, पुराने एल्बम में छुपा के रखे हैं हमने वो दिन, गुल्लक में पड़ी जवानी सी बचा के रखे हैं हमने वो दिन, ना लगता है आजकल दौर अपना आएगा, यारो जो खुद पे हो यकीन तो जिंदगी हंसी तुझे कल बुलाएगा, है जुनू सा जीने में, है जुनू सा सीने में,
Our student, Ms. Radha Bhatt, student of postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling, to render the invocation song.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता वृता या वीणावर दंड मंडितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा पूजिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेष जाड्यापहा. There's a short bhajan. जय शारदे वागेश्वरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी विधि कन्यके विद्याधरी वागेश्वरी वागेश्वरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी ज्योत्स्ने परी कांति तुझी ज्योत्स्ने परी कांति तुझी मुखरम्य शारद चंद्रमा उजळे तुझ्या हास्यातुनी उजळे तुझ्या हास्यातुनी चारी युगांची पौर्णिमा तुझी या कृपेचे चांदणे तुझी या कृपेचे चांदणे नितवर्षु दे आमच्या शिरी वागेश्वरी वागेश्वरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी वागेश्वरी. Thank you.
Thank you, Radha, for your vibrant and melodious voice. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot hide it. Light dispels the shadows of ignorance and brings in the power of knowledge and replaces sorrow by happiness. May I request our chief guest, Professor Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, and the members on the dais to kindly light the lamp and begin today's function. I now call upon Ms. Rupal Vora, Coordinator of Guidance and Counseling, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. Today, the 21st of October, 2023. It's a very memorable day for all of us here today. On this occasion, I, on behalf of SIES Institute of Comprehensive Education, have an immense pleasure in extending a very warm welcome to this August gathering who are here today in this auditorium, as well as those joining us from around the globe to celebrate the achievements of our graduating students. First of all, we welcome our distinguished chief guest, Professor Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, in charge Principal, Nirmala Niketan College of Home Science. Dr. Bakshi is an academician with vast educational experience. SIS Institute of Comprehensive Education has had the privilege of networking with her for the last almost 2 decades. Ma'am, despite her busy schedule, had graciously accepted our invitation. Thank you, Dr. Bakshi, for sparing your valuable time to be here with us today. We're extremely happy to welcome the esteemed members of the Managing Council, Shri Devdas Nair and Shri Dr. Vishwanathan, as well as the Principal of SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Dr. Uma Shankar. All of them have always taken a keen interest in our activities of our institute. Thank you, sirs and ma'am, for being a pillar of strength and encouragement to us always. We extend our welcome to our special invitees and staff members. We have with us here today Miss Meenakshi Sriram, the headmistress of the pre-primary section of SIS School Matunga, as well as Miss Anam Kazi, who is the pre-primary head of APJ Abdul Kalam School. We extremely happy and warmly greet and welcome all the graduate and postgraduate scholars who are receiving their diplomas and degrees today. Our dear graduates, this convocation is the fruition of your hard work and your transition from students to professionals, from scholars to counselors, special educators, and teacher training. You have chosen some of the most difficult and challenging careers of our times. We are united today by a shared sense of pride in achievement. Today, we have come together here to celebrate, recognize, and honor your accomplishments as teachers, as students. We acknowledge your success that has come through personal sacrifice, perseverance, and dedication. You carry with you lessons learned, experiences gained, and aspirations forged during your education journey. We wish all the graduating students and awardees the absolute best in their life and in their future endeavors. Thank you. And now I request our director to declare the convocation open.
I now declare the 43rd Annual Convocation and Prize Distribution Function open.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words. They're warm and welcoming. I would now like to call upon our principal, Dr. Uma Shankar, who will share a few words of encouragement and deliver the opening remarks.
Good evening. Respected Anuradha Bakshi, the chief guest for today's function, Mr. Devdas Nair, Dr. V. Vishwanathan, Dr. Vidya Satish, invited guests, school teachers, and dear students who are moving out of this portal with a wonderful certificate and a colorful decor that you have on it today. Convocation is one of the most important as well as a time-changing event for each one of us. I always look forward to it because when we meet students getting this degree and move out of this portal, what it carries a message is, as Rupal said rightly, that your sincere efforts, your commitment, this is a day to acknowledge all of them, and also for you a sense of accomplishment and a sense of satisfaction. But what is most important is this degree that you carry with yourself can go a long way when you try to put them into practice. SIES, Institute of Comprehensive Education, has got a special role as far as education is concerned. As today we are redefining education through the National Education Policy, this institute of ours at SIES is going to have a wonderful and a most challenging role in the coming years, as we are going to relook at the entire facet of education, and that is going to be very, very different and more committed to the cause for education. You teachers who are all going to move out as learners and look out for the students who are all getting into education, your whole perspective has to change. Your whole vision has to be very different, and therefore you're able to see certain things much, much ahead of it. It comes with a lot of responsibility, and that is very important. So today, as we are celebrating your convocation at SIES, the 243rd, when I heard it, I really felt time flies. Almost 33 years I have put in this institute, and now I look at it, that really time flies, and so many students have passed out, and we are having a kind of a sense of satisfaction that we are creating teachers to create more teachers. There's a beautiful anecdote which Adi Shankara tells in one of the hymns in Sanskrit, where he says that a teacher, a real teacher, cannot be compared to a touchstone. You know, it's called as a touchstone is something that when you rub it, you'll convert that into gold, right? I mean, what do you call it? What's the money in Marathi? You call it parisa money? Yeah. Paras money, right? That is what it is. So he says that if anybody else, if you're going to compare it, that if you touch, take a parisa money and touch a iron or something, it turns into gold. But a real teacher, a real master is the one who actually creates another parisa money. And that is what ICE has been doing all these years, creating wonderful teachers across, and all of you are placed in different parts of the world, and you are illuminating, you are enlightening, and you are creating more such teachers to come, because they have been one of those people who have been carrying our lives far-fetched, real lighters of the day. And that is what you are all doing it. And I appreciate all the efforts that Vidya and her team have been putting it. And today I'm very happy to be part of this function in acknowledging your effort. And congratulations to each one of you who are going to get your certificate today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Uma Shankar, ma'am, for your words. They were really encouraging. I'm sure we all agree. Reflection is simply allowing the growth that you are experiencing to catch up with where you are in life. To review the past year that has been so eventful, I would like to call Dr. Vidya Satish, Director of SIES ICE, to present the report of the Institute.
A very good evening to our honorable chief guest, my guru and mentor, Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, Sri Devdas Nair, our honorary treasurer, Dr. S.V. Vishwanathan, our managing council member, Principal Dr. Uma Shankar, special invitees, Meenakshi Sriram, Anam, Sangeeta, dear students who are not only present here, but also watching it live on YouTube, students of the present batch, as well as the graduating students. For the graduating students, it is welcome back to SIES. It is so nice to see each and every one of you, and the smile, and that very look that you're giving me as I'm sitting here. I'm reminded of the last year and all the fun that we had in the entire year. Today is a momentous day for all of us, and especially for me. We all know the shloka, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The word Guru, as we all know, means that it is a dispeller of darkness, that is, in our case, dispeller of ignorance. Learning starts with the Guru, and to get a right Guru at the right time is a blessing indeed. I feel very blessed in this manner to have been under the tutelage of Dr. Anuradha Bakshi during my doctoral dissertation days. An extraordinary academic, exemplary researcher, an educational leader who thinks of the students all the time, and a teacher par excellence. It is, as I speak, I'm having goosebumps having heard her research class, statistics class. Somebody who just comes to the class with just a chalk and a duster. There's no PPT, there's nothing, and it is the knowledge that is passed on. What a great feeling to be under such an expert, to listen and to learn. And, going through so many years, has been such a wonderful experience for me. Her impact has actually been a very cascading effect, has had a cascading effect. Not only it has impacted her learning that I've learned from her, I've tried to pass it on to my colleagues as well as my students. Thank you, Dr. Bakshi, for having so graciously accepting our invitation. She was so happy and she immediately said yes. And today is a very honorable day, as Rupal said. Thank you for giving us this honor and privilege, ma'am. It always feels great to read out the director's report of the year regarding the year's activities. But before I begin, I would like always remember the efforts of our former director, Dr. Vijaya Murthy and Ms. Saraswati Radhakrishnan, who toiled to make this institution what it is today. Carrying the mantle from them was one of the easiest things. So my pranams to both of them. SIES Institute of Comprehensive Education is the third institute of the South Indian Education Society, which was established in the year 1980 to provide quality teacher training program in early childhood education. In the institute's 42 years, it has now carved a niche for itself and has become the most sought after institute in counseling education, special education, and early childhood teacher education. After the pandemic, as all educators, we also had our challenges. But the pandemic and the online education gave us, our students, a hybrid learning exposure, offering synchronous as well as, to some extent, asynchronous modes of learning. Some of the important highlights of this year, I would like to very happily announce and talk about today. The management of SIES had passed a resolution to commence the SIES College of Comprehensive Education from an institute to becoming a college. It was suggested by the management to consider introducing undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in education in the coming years. Dr. Bakshi, if you remember, you have told me so many times, why don't you start a BSc in early childhood education? Your dream, your wishes are coming true. Thank you, ma'am. The institute also commenced a completely online one-year PG diploma in early childhood education. We are very happy to announce that there are 10 online programs, exclusive online programs that we conduct. Ms. Lakshmi Shivkumar, Ms. Rashmi Pradhan, and Ms. Nikita Mehta, teacher training faculty, were deputed to participate in a workshop on developing resources for foundational literacy and numeracy at NCRT, New Delhi. This was as part of the Nishta program of Government of India from 12 to 16 September. It was such an honor that NCRT called us, and our 3 teachers went and did a wonderful job of creating resources at the national level for the benefit of the entire country. Ms. Lakshmi Shivkumar and Ms. Rashmi Pradhan training project with early childhood education curriculum enhancement and pedagogy conducted by Singapore International Foundation and Muktangan. We had a great learning experience and they cascaded all their learning to us teachers and also to our students. SIES is often considered as an umbrella institution. So we take great pride in collaborating with our sister institutions, especially the SIES Pre-Primary School, SIES Primary School, and SIES APJ Pre-Primary School, along with SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Sion West, the very own college where we are, along with SIES Indian Institute of Environment Management. We did a lot of programs with our sister institutions, more to instill camaraderie, collaboration, and cohesion amongst sister institutions. Coming to the programs, we commenced with our counseling and early childhood teacher education programs on 30th of July, 2022. The first day, if you remember, you stepped into the portals of this college. 61 special sessions, 32 workshops, and 21 presentations were conducted for the students of SIES, from developing sensitivity to team building to understanding LGBTQ community to fostering positive mental health to having varied presentations from puppet shows to abnormal psychology to nutritive food mela to street play and presentation of remedial games. The list is indeed very long. Internship is a very important component of all our courses, and our students were sent to 23 schools for their teacher training internship. 5 different counseling centers were chosen for the counseling students, and 3 special schools were chosen for the special education students to conduct their internship. We organized 11 field visits for our students. Coming to the event, the elocution and debate event was held on 3rd of February 2023. If you remember, the elocution was it has never been harder to be a child or a teenager than it is today. That was the topic of elocution, and the contestants debated for and against the topic. The internet has caused more problems than it has solved. I'm sure all of you remember the lovely debate that we had at the school. And the annual co-curricular event, rhyme recitation, action song, and story narration in this very hall was conducted on Thursday, 22nd December. We also organized for our school teachers a session on fostering socio-emotional learning in a classroom by Ms. Vasundhara Kaul on 2nd December. Professor R. Ramanujam, retired Professor, Institute of Mathematical Sciences, Chennai, delivered the Professor Ram Joshi Memorial Lecture on the 1st of October on the topic From NEP 2020 to the Science and Mathematics Classroom, with some insights and relevant and relatable examples about the topic. Our 42nd annual convocation and prize distribution was held on 15th of October. Dr. Rennie Francis, Principal, Pillai College of Education, graced the occasion as the chief guest. Following minor research projects were carried out by the students. The PG Diploma in Early Childhood Education, students carried out a research on parental perceptions about child rearing post the pandemic. The counseling students carried out their research on exploring the quality of life post-COVID-19 pandemic, and the special educators did their research on parental perceptions on online teaching, the impact of COVID-19 towards children with special needs. During the convocation, we released the Ruby Jubilee special issue of our e-newsletter Adhyapanam, which commemorated 40 years of our existence as an institute. And because of the pandemic and we couldn't celebrate the 40th year, we chose this 42nd convocation to release this special issue. Fantouche, for which a lot of students are going to get their awards and certificates and merit cards today, is something that you will all remember. The extracurricular event, both creative art and performing art, were conducted on 2 days, and a picnic to Monterio Eco Village at Kapoli. I'm looking at Rion. We had a lot of fun during the picnic, and after all the fun and frolic, it was so heartening to know that there were around 44 schools who approached us for job placements, 10 counseling agencies and 8 special schools approached the institute for job placements. Very happy to say that till date, there are inquiries from different schools for job opportunities, and the students seem to have been settled very well that, the first semester and second semester examinations were conducted in the month of November as well as in February, and the final exams were on 11th, 13th, and 17th of April 2023. Coming to the student achievements, we are very happy to inform that some of our students have gone abroad to pursue further education. Janvi Matta is doing her postgraduate studies at University of Bristol, UK. Tanishka Sidwani at Columbia University, USA, Ankita Nadkarni at Loughborough University, UK, and Shweta Suresh at Leeds University. And some of them are doing their masters at different cities in Mumbai, outside Mumbai. 3 students of the teacher training courses won first and second prizes at Felicia Intercollegiate Fest on the topic of gender equality, organized by MES Pillai College. Ms. Dipti Peter won the first prize for the creation of an online lesson plan. Ms. Jia Doshi and Ms. Rekha won the first prize and second prize respectively for the slogan making event. Students of ICE and NICE presented a street play at IIM Prakatan event. Sorry about this. And the student trainees at Somaya performed a special puppet show on marine pollution, which was very well received by the school. Our special education trainees at Child Read School, Ms. Shreya and Ms. Pritika, gave voiceover for a fashion show at Child Read School Annual Day. They also carried out a street play on inclusivity in the classroom at SIES High School. All the special education students presented this. No, ma'am, I just said. Special education students also volunteered at the sports meet at Child Reach and also at the Anand Utsav at Mona Remedial Center. If you remember all the fun times and that you carried out to the community. Counseling students conducted Career Panorama, a career chart exhibition at our SIS High School for the 9th and the 10th standard students. And the students had exhibition of charts along with presentations and also one-on-one talk with our counselor, Ms. Aditi. Ms. Maitri Sangvi, student of the PG Diploma in Early Childhood Education. She won the second prize in the logo competition that was held by SIS management for the proposed SIS deemed to be university. And she won a cash prize. And we were very, very happy that our student won the second prize for that. Counseling students also carried out a session on comfortable and uncomfortable touch at our school. Bal Mela was carried out by the second year early childhood education students, from puppet shows to games to cupcake making to going to the class and doing activities. They did a lot of things. And the first year teacher training students did 6 value-based puppet shows for the children of the pre-primary. And we also carried out an eco-friendly pledge activity here at this college for the students of SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce. That was the activity by the students, which we are very proud of. And coming to the teachers, we participated in a lot of conferences and paper presentations were carried out. Dr. Vidya Satish presented a paper on stress to resilience on being a responsive parent during and post-pandemic in the early years virtual conference of AECD. Director and faculty presented paper at the International Multidisciplinary Conference on Experiential Learning. Dr. Vidya Satish and Ms. Kavita Krishnamurthy presented a paper on achieving 21st century skills through experiential learning, a pre-service early childhood teacher training model. Ms. Rupal Vora presented a paper on achieving the goals of experiential learning through internship, case study of an institution training counselors. Ms. Bhakti Gala and Ms. Nikita Mehta presented a paper on achieving all-round development of teacher trainees through experiential learning. All these research papers were published in the Conflux Journal. We all contributed to e-newsletter. Ms. Kavita Krishnamurthy had penned an article titled My Teachable Moment, a retrospective journey from student teacher to a teacher educator. We were invited as speakers, Understanding Foundational Literacy and Numeracy by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kerala, Perspectives of a Teacher Education Institution at Singapore International Foundation Program. Dr. Vidya Satish gave the keynote on collaborative research at the webinar on collaborative research in the modern era, harness collaborative research to enhance application and learning, organized by St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam. Ms. Rupal Vora, speaker, she was a speaker on maintaining your mental health for women inmates of Shiv Kalyan Kendra. And Vidya Satish, keynote speaker, watching early childhood education, unpass after the pass. Here at the paper presentations, in Tamil we say Pulayar Shri, the Sri Ganeshaya Namaha happened because of Dr. Bakshi. And it feels immensely, so happy to be here because we've done so many papers together. And I always talk about you, ma'am, to the students. So it really feels very, very nice and thrilling that I'm reading something which I have done because I've learned so much from you. And also that we are trying our best to see that motivate all the teachers to participate in research writing, in academic activity, and not just only teaching. So here at SIES Institute of Comprehensive Education, we strive to become change agents by catering to students from diverse backgrounds and varying age ranges, as you all know. We encourage all to reach the pinnacle of success, from the mediocre to the exceptionally skilled and talented. A success is achieved based on the students. But it is just not the students who has made this institute what it is today. At this point, I would like to thank um, my teachers who've been working so very hard. Ms. Rupal Vora, is she? Ms. Rupal Vora, Coordinator and Faculty of Counseling Program. Ms. Rupal Vora formally retired this year, but she continues to be with us at SIES. I kindly request our chief guest to felicitate Ms. Rupal Vora on this occasion. Please show your face. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Rupal has been handling all the counseling programs, and I don't have to worry anything about the counseling programs because she's been taking care so well about our regular PG diploma as well as our short-term certificate courses, and has been a tower of strength for me. Ms. Ruxana Sholapurwala, the coordinator and the faculty of the special education program. She's being felicitated by her own school today, so she's unable to be here. She's the one who handles the special education program in the most organized manner, systematic, and gives in the best because she's one of the most renowned special educators in Mumbai. I take this opportunity to thank Ruxana ma'am for all that she has done for us. Ms. Lakshmi Shivkumar, um, as I tell every year, good things in small packages is Lakshmi. And she's been taking care of the second year and the first year, conducting workshops and taking lectures, and has been a very good support to me. Thank you, Lakshmi, for all that you do for us. Ms. Bhakti Gala, the young Miss Bhakti Gala, responsible, mature, systematic, and she dynamic, all the time telling me what I am supposed to be doing. So from college to home, every day I do so much work because she'll say, ma'am, you have to send this message, ma'am, you have to do this, ma'am, you have to do that. And very student friendly. And she brings in that, the vigor into the department. Thank you, Bhakti, for all that you do for us. Miss Kavita Krishnamurthy. Um, Yeah, you can see from the way they are cheering. Miss Kavita Krishnamurthy, as I tell, the very simple looking, but the fataka in the class. She is an absolute pleasure to be with and taking care of the lectures as well as Nerul students completely. Thank you, Kavita, for all that you do. Nikita Mehta. Nikita had to leave because of personal exigencies, but Nikita carried out her best with the second year students and the first year students, and very organized and systematic. I tell her, let's make something, and by night, she will send me the PPT of the session. So, so much of enthusiasm and being a young mother and having worked in schools. So, she brought in all the best into the teacher training program. We miss you, Nikita. But thank you so much for coming in today. Visiting faculty, Ms. Rashmi Pradhan, now kind of our Rashmi takes care of the online programs, and now a brief stint with us. So we have been using her as much as possible. And the calm, quiet, and the wise one of ICE, who handles everybody, including me, with a lot of calm and patience. And when she left a job as a headmistress of Podar School and joined us to head the Nerul branch, and she just came in and she said, I thought she was just coming for the inauguration. Dr. Vishwanathan was instrumental in us starting Nerul branch. She came that day, gave the bouquet, and said, can I join you? And what else can somebody ask for? So she's taken a back seat a little bit because of home, and but she's always there as a visiting faculty. Sangeeta Kutinu, or maybe Rashmi Pradhan. Sangeeta Kutinu, our visiting faculty. Thank you, Sangeeta, for all the wonderful lectures you take. And every time we call you, even last minute, she is there for us. Miss Trupti Talekar, Dr. Almeida, Kayuri Bojani, Miss Aditi, Dr. Nilesha, Ms. Neelu Grover, Dr. Rachel Pears, Dr. Anjana Tadani, Ms. Pragnya Lodha, Dr. Smita Desai, Ms. Vasundhara Kaul, Ms. Jeel Gala, Dr. Vanita Rani, Dr. Kamala Srinivas, and Yashna Rajani, the teachers who've taught all the courses. Thank you so much. The thanks goes to one of the most important people, the president and the members of the Managing Council of South Indian Education Society, from Dr. Shankar to Devdas sir, every week calling me to find out, checking on how my health is, to every time speaking. Dr. Vishwanathan and all the Managing Council members, thank you so much for the support that you give the Institute, not only at a professional level, but also at a personal level. We feel very honored and touched by all the love that we get from you all. Principal Uma Shankar, ma'am has been like an elder sister. We run to her for everything, and then she sorts it out and she says, don't worry, don't worry. So Dr. Uma Shankar has been a great tower of strength for us, and she's always been helping us in every program, feeling a lot of pride in the activities of WISE. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for everything. Our registrar, Raghavendra sir, account staff, Ms. Sushmita, Deepa Bidlan, Vijay Samant, vice principals of this college, staff and non-teaching staff, especially thanks to Ms. Nitya and Ms. Sumini, whom we trouble for rooms. Dr. Seema Mishra from IIEM, who's always been supportive, though she's left us now. Dr. Neena Roy Chowdhury, Dr. Koel Roy Chowdhury, Kalyani Arumugam, our principal of our high school, along with Ms. Meenakshi Sriram and Annam Kazi. The preschool heads, I don't trouble them now, but my teachers lift the phone and trouble them immediately. And not only from internship to everything, to field visits, to calling them as external examiners, they've been such a strength to us. Thank you so much. I take this opportunity for this. Yes, I'm coming to the end. My support system, Ms. Reshma Mistry, whom we miss here so much. Reshma Misri had to leave because of, again, home constraints. She was our office staff and last year and carried out in the best possible manner. I think almost 9 years she spent with us, but leaves behind a lot of, structure and organization with eyes. And of course, Mr. Sridhar Pawar, the man of the department. He's always not there when I'm thanking him. Thank you, Sridhar, for all the support. And now Miss Anita Suresh, who is taking care of the academic administrative activities. So as I come to an end, arriving at one goal is a starting point of another, said John Dewey. Setting goals and following dreams is something that sure keeps this institute growing and diversifying. We look forward and we are all set to the launch of SIES College of Comprehensive Education in the near future. Thank you and my best wishes to each and every one of you graduating students. May God bless you with good health, cheer, as well as professional success and happy family lives. Thank you for your patient listening and Jai Hind.
Vidya ma'am, thank you so much for taking us through a 360-degree journey of so many lessons, experiences, and inspiration to the current students of SIES. We would now like to invite Ms. Lakshmi Shivkumar, Faculty of Teacher Training, to introduce our honorable chief guest for the 43rd Annual Convocation Program.
Good evening, everyone, members in the dais, special invitees, guests, and students from the past year as well as the present. I take immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest for today's event, Dr. Ms. Anuradha Bakshi. We invite Dr. Ms. Anuradha Bakshi to the annual convocation and prize distribution ceremony. She's a beacon of inspiration for all those passionate about education who has tirelessly championed the cause of quality learning. Dr. Anuradha J. Bakshi is a professor and in-charge principal of the Nirmala Niketan College of Home Science, affiliated to the University of Mumbai, and has been re-accredited in the fourth cycle with an A+ NAC grade. Under her leadership, as the in charge principal, the institution has had the privilege of hosting numerous distinguished guests, a testament to her dynamic leadership. Furthermore, she played a pivotal role in orchestrating a highly successful youth festival, bringing together talented young minds from diverse backgrounds. Additionally, the institution proudly hosted the esteemed Zone 1 Avishkar event, showcasing the pinnacle of academic and innovative prowess. Her visionary approach and tireless dedication have not only elevated the institution's academic standards, but have also enriched the overall educational experience for students and faculty alike. The journey of a teacher truly commences when one embraces the perpetual role of a teacher. Being an extremely industrious and intelligent student, she has come out with flying colors in all her educational levels, be it schooling or her undergraduate or postgraduate level. Allow me to share the remarkable academic journey of Professor Dr. Bakshi, a beacon of inspiration in the field of education. During her tenure at the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda, Professor Dr. Bakshi not only excelled but also set the standard for academic excellence. She secured the top position in both BSc and MSc Home Science, spanning various specializations. This outstanding achievement earned her the prestigious Srimati Ichhagauri Kuvarji Naik Gold Medal and the esteemed Dr. Pramila Phatak Award, recognizing her exceptional research and coursework. Her quest for knowledge led her across borders, culminating in the completion of her PhD from the Department of Child and Family Studies at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, USA. It was here that her doctoral research garnered the esteemed Outstanding Research Award, a testament to her dedication and expertise. The topic of her research was early family experience, chronic peer rejection, and overgeneralized social problem solving as predictors of child adjustment at the age 7 from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, United States in the year 1993. The years spent in the United States not only enriched her academic pursuits, but also instilled in her a profound understanding and appreciation for individual and cultural diversity. In Professor Dr. Bakshi, we find not only an accomplished educator, but also a lifelong learner whose academic honors and global experiences have profoundly shaped her approach to education. Her journey stands as a testament to the transformative power of dedication, knowledge, and cultural understanding in the realm of teaching. Teaching, as stated by Ken Robinson, transcends mere information delivery. It's a noble profession that involves mentoring, stimulating, provoking, and engaging. Now, let's delve into the illustrious journey of Professor Dr. Bakshi's teaching career. Prior to her tenure at the Nirmala Niketan College of Home Science in 1996, Professor Dr. Bakshi had already amassed a decade of invaluable experience in university teaching and research. This wealth of knowledge and expertise laid the foundation for her impactful contribution in the realm of education. I'll continue. Okay. Ma'am has held several teaching and research positions at different colleges and universities. And she also has held extramural positions that's outside the regular scope of college work. She has several areas of special expertise in, to quote a few, research methods, statistics, positive psychology, spirituality, counseling, career guidance, and career development, contemporary theories of human development, application, and literacy. And she is a consulting editor of Routledge, Taylor and Francis, Scopus listed journal, British Journal of Guidance and Counseling. She is working closely with scholars from multiple countries in her role as editor of the British Journal of Guidance and Counseling. Dr. Bakshi is the managing editor of the Indian Journal of Career and Livelihood Planning. She has also been editor of Sampasan, an interdisciplinary bilingual journal from the University of Mumbai. Additionally, she also serves on the editorial and advisory boards of Research Reach, a journal of home science. She's not only a researcher par excellence, but also a passionate author. Professor Dr. Bakshi has published with the best academic publishers. Here is a summary of her publications comprising 32 publications in esteemed journals and peer-reviewed sources. Majority of her works are featured in Scopus indexed journals. She enjoys engaging conversations both within and outside the classroom. She also loves putting her words into written form, and her publications exemplify that. Dr. Bakshi is the editor of several books, notable among them being her co-edited book, Handbook of Career Development, International Perspectives, Springer, and also Parent and Peer Influences on Children's Social Development, Wiley Blackwell, Handbook of Developmental Psychology. She is a recognized PhD guide, and as a PhD mentor, Dr. Bakshi has successfully guided 4 candidates to completion of their doctoral degrees, including our very own director, Dr. Vidya Satish. And 3 more students are pursuing the program currently with her. She's been a master's research guide for many students year after year and has helped her students to develop a research bent of mind, critical and analytical thinking that is required for a researcher. An avid reader, critical thinker, perfectionist, ardent researcher, and a crusader for human development, it is befitting that she is with us today. It's our students' good fortune that they are receiving their diplomas from the hands of such a renowned person. Once again, we welcome Dr. Bakshi to SIES, and thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and being with us here today. Now, may I call upon the compeers to talk about the felicitation?
May we now request Sri Devdas Nair sir to present our chief guest with a plant. Thank you.
May we request Dr. Uma Shankar ma'am to please felicitate our guest by draping a shawl. We request Sri Devdas Nair sir to felicitate ma'am with a fruit basket. And finally, Dr. Vidya Satish ma'am will present our guest with a thank you card and a frame. Being such a senior academic and having guided thousands of students, we are truly honored by her presence and are thrilled to have the opportunity to glean from her years of experience. May I request our chief guest, Professor Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, to deliver the much awaited 43rd Annual Convocation address.
So I hope everyone is awake and well. Because, and first of all that you have heard about me, let us place at the feet of God, because there's nothing that I can take as a personal compliment. Life, as I say, flows through us and not from us. So namaskar and warmest greetings to all gathered here. Esteemed members of the South Indian Education Society Management, Honorary Treasurer Sri Devdas Nair, Managing Council Member Dr. S.V. Vishwanathan, Principal, Dynamic Principal Dr. Uma Shankar. I am humbled to have had Dr. Satish, previously Vidya, as my shishya. So, as I told her just a few hours ago, I count you as one of the blessings in my life. So, I think definitely teachers can't be teachers without the blessings of students. And Dr. Vidya Satish, as she is now, she's an uncountable blessing. So I thank God for you. Um, Teaching and non-teaching colleagues, special guests, and most importantly, graduating students. So I'll be sharing some of the thoughts that I hold dear and some of the things that I practice my life with. So I hope that you find that meaningful. One of the principles that I work my life with is gratitude. So this convocation ceremony is a congratulatory and celebratory event, which first calls for gratitude. So gratitude for your education at SIES ICE. So the 43-year legacy of the Institute of Comprehensive Education, which is now transforming into the College of Comprehensive Education. That's absolutely amazing. So you have I'm sure, are grateful to the management's vision and also the management's ground level active support and partnership. Current and past principals, current and past directors, coordinators, teaching, non teaching staff, your classmates, your families, communities, the children, youth that you worked with during your education, gratitude to your own self. And you have put in your honest efforts. You have done your best to engage in the learning and be inspired by the teachers and mentors that you've had. So, gratitude to your own self. And I must say that we should not take this higher education for granted. We have more women students here than men, but of course, we no, there are one and two and three. I all right. So I do want to share that tertiary or higher education cannot be taken for granted. And as far as it comes to women, participation in education is relatively new in modern Indian history. So, we have, all of us, including me, have enjoyed the fruit of the struggles and activism of persons such as Dadabai Nauroji, Jyotiba Phule, Savitribai Phule, Fatima Begum. Now, even Harvard University, which everyone talks so greatly of, it was founded in the year 1636. And in 1872, today what is known as the Radcliffe College, it was a group of women who were determined to get higher education. And in 1872, when they requested admission into Harvard, I must tell you that the Harvard president denied the request and doubted what he termed was the natural mental capacities of women. Ha ha ha. Okay, so and it was only in 1920 that Harvard, the first college in Harvard University to admit women was the College of Education. Yes, in 1920. And mind you, medical school in 1945 and law school in 1950. Sex blind admissions in Harvard were ended in 1977, gender parity in admissions in 2007. University of Bombay has a better picture. So, 1857 founded, women admitted in 1883. But I must tell you, our first woman student at the University of Mumbai was Cornelia Sorabji. And she was, whenever she tried to enter her class, she was the only woman student at the university at the time. Doors would be slammed in her face because the boys in the class didn't want her to enter. All right. Now, and regrettably, we continue to live in a world where many girl children, female youth, and women continue to be deprived of their right to education. And these tragic instances are very close to us, both as far as temporally, that is meaning to do with to do with time, as socio-historical time, as well as geography. So you know what the tragedy of women's education currently in our neighboring country, Afghanistan. Further, tertiary education itself or participation in higher education is not a given for all, even in our own country. And the gross enrollment ratio, that is the number of students in higher education as a percentage of those who are 18 to 23 years old. This is a little not very inclusive because you can be older and you can be in tertiary education. But anyway, it is the highest number. It just touches 30%. So only 30% of 18 to 23-year-olds in India are in higher education, that tertiary higher education, that means in colleges and universities, and you happen to be the lucky few, and you happen to be the ones who are graduating with a completed degree. So gratitude indeed immensely to God and everything that has made today's moment possible, which is continuing which will herald the lives that you craft from the time that you have completed your classes, and you're of course going to continue to learn. I would now like to focus on the 3 programs that ICE has, and there are 3 key service areas. You have early childhood care and education teacher training, uh, uh, teacher education, then you have special education and counseling. So in your education and profession, you have made an explicit commitment to service. Is there some, because I'm not, all right. Because yes, sorry, I'm one of those teachers, I need everyone with me. So as I tell students, I'm not talking to the walls or to the furniture. And even if I'm in an unfamiliar place, relatively unfamiliar place, not completely unfamiliar, I like to be connected. So in your education and profession, you have made an explicit commitment to service, to education, mental health, to nurturing young minds and healing. So it would be, of course, you will be crafting beautiful careers, and you've already started on that journey. But if you live not just your professional life, but also your personal life with the values and principles that comprised your education, that would be amazing and beautiful. So in early childhood education, you would have learned to nurture young minds and strengthen children's self-esteem. So if you live your life with the spontaneity that young children have, the curiosity, the activity, you will have a life which is fruitful, and you will thrive. And as when you thrive, those around you thrive with you. Special education, appreciation and respect for diversity, inclusion. Even if you just use the inclusion as a principle to live your life with, you would be a blessing for others as for yourself. Counseling, the core conditions of positive transformation, empathy, congruence or authenticity, unconditional positive regard, and non judgmentality. Would life and our planet not be a better and better place if we each lived our lives using empathy, non judgmentality, authenticity, and unconditional positive regard? So there's a lot of deep value to the education that you have received, and it is not just for your career but also for your personal lives. Moving on, I would like to share a story. So I'm a developmental scientist, and I love to use science to uh, extrapolate or extract insights about life. So there is a fruit fly from found in North American continent, that is the Drosophila pseudo-obscura. And this Drosophila pseudo-obscura has wings, which you can hardly see because fruit flies are so tiny. Those specks on your banana when it's getting overripe. So 3 sets of genes, not 3 genes, 3 sets of genes are responsible for the wings of the fruit fly. One set of genes works on the length, another set of genes works on the breadth, and a third set of genes works on the thickness of the wing. All right. And there's a dynamic balance under normal conditions. Each maintains balance such that a perfect wing for a for a Drosophila pseudo-obscura results perfect length, breadth, and thickness. Now, even if should there be mutation and one set of genes does not work properly, it's not like the other two say, now I will make the wing long. I will make it fat. The other two sets of genes compensate such that a normal wing results. So, at the most basic biological level, optimized outcomes are dependent on collaboration, cooperation, and compensation, and not on competition and conflict. And so I hope that you like that story. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we are living in troubled and troubling times. You know that the world's attention currently is focused on the tragedies that are happening in Israel and Gaza, the Hamas initiated tragedies that have already occurred in Israel, and the tragedies that have followed subsequently in Gaza. These tragedies show us just how collective and individual thoughts, feelings, and actions can go so wrong. When people say, don't be an animal, be human, I tell them, please don't insult animals. And please don't be human. Okay? Because have you ever seen dogs be sarcastic? Okay? Have you ever seen dog taking lathi and saying ha, 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 while hitting someone? No, because only it is so grievous that only human beings can think of the most it should be unthinkable, but they think of these cruelties which they render on others. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is the way I live my life. I am not only human, and neither are you. Each one of us has access to divinity and discernment. So, your greatest solace is your inner divinity and inner connection. So, all of us, by the way, belong to one. As far as I'm concerned, when people say good and evil, I don't care for that, because if there's good and evil, then the God I pray to, that God has a competitor. But no, God has no competitor. So we have only good and people who have forgotten their goodness. So what appears just like there is dark and light, as said a visionary in USA in the early 20th century by the name of Edgar Cayce, he said, light and dark are not two opposites. Darkness is only the absence of light. It is not the competitor. Now I'm using my vocabulary. It's not the competitor of light. So that means that even the most horrific, a person who has committed the most horrific action also has goodness deep within, which the person has not accessed and is disconnected with. So first and foremost, when I was your age, the one thing I asked God was that as I grow older, I continue to like myself. And I must tell you, I'm happy with myself. So, so reach out first and foremost for your own goodness. So be connected to your own goodness and thrive in wellness. So you are not only human. How can you be when you're powered by God? With God's grace, you are magical and magnificent. Then find and focus on the goodness of others. Regardless of circumstances, there is goodness in others. And when we focus on that goodness unwaveringly, the other has no choice but to be that goodness. So, lovely fruits have been presented to me. So be careful of what you feed your body, but also your mind and your soul. So you need to see, sometimes when youngsters tell me, I'm so tired, I said, check what you're eating. Okay, because is it nutritious and wholesome? Or as Neil Donald Walsh in one of his books said, there's a lot of objects that are masquerading or pretending to be food on this planet. Okay. Now, also, what are the thoughts that you're feeding your mind with? Are they discouraging, inciting divisiveness, or uplifting and bringing people together? What are the actions that you're writing your life story with? Are they careless, ordinary, or inspiring? We had reference to Gandhiji's monkeys. You know, those now we live in a digital age, so and all we have to add some monkeys there. So see no evil, right. Hear no evil, right. Speak no evil, right. But very importantly, think no evil. Soch सबसे पहले, okay, and do no evil. So think thoughts that make your spirit soar. Think thoughts that make each of your cells in your body dance with joy. Okay, choose feelings that make your heart large. Act in ways that connect you deeper with your inner stillness. You're with me, both of you? Hello. Remember what kind of teacher I am. Okay. So act in ways that connect you with your inner stillness, connect you deeper with your own goodness. Now, life is beautiful. It is the name of a very amazing movie. Well, it is as beautiful as you choose to see, as beautiful as a song in your heart, and as beautiful as the kindness of your deeds. So you have to take care of your inner world and outer world, inner world of thoughts, feelings, impressions, understandings, reflection, and prayer. Outer world of actions, yourself situated in a world with others, outer world where others need you, where you can be of service. As a change agent, don't be concerned with what the majority is doing. And don't think you have to get a majority to make things happen. Again, going back to Edgar Cayce, in one of his analogies was that if there is a huge auditorium, even one candle that is lit will provide dim light. It will not be vanquished by the size of the auditorium or the darkness in the auditorium. So every small act of yours, which is uplifting, will have an enduring positive impact on you, the community, and society at large. So you will be marching in your life as courageous change agents. Your sharing and caring can indeed change the world, and each of you has a role to play in nation building. Definitely, India has a absolutely amazing, beautiful cultural legacy, and it is up to each one of us to make that evolve the promise of India ongoingly in every moment. I would also like to share one more thing. Sometimes people believe, oh, we have to be absolutely independent. But जो साधु माउंटेन टॉप के ऊपर भी जो साधना कर रहा है, even that sadhu or sadhvi, whichever gender, is not independent. Okay, with every breath that you take in and with every breath that you release, you are exemplifying your utter dependence on life. Sages can go without food and water. For some sages are known to have gone without food and water for 50 days, not the rest of us, but some sages. But nobody has gone without taking in breath and releasing breath. So as we are all interdependent and none of us are independent, please don't hesitate. Reach out to help and reach out for help. Okay. Now, another of my what I like to share is that if you look at a tree, now no two leaves on the same branch, on the same twig will be identical. No two flowers on the same plant are identical. So two psychologists way back in 1953, I'm going to change, they have used genders. Their language is not gender neutral because that was not that was 1953. So man is going to be replaced with person. So every person, in certain respects, said Murray and Clucken, is A, like all other persons, B, like some other persons, and C, like no other person. So there are some things which are universal, all human beings share. Then some things which you share with particular groups. And there is another part of you which is absolutely you and nobody else in this universe. So go out and be that you that only you can be. Now, but that you is not a finished product. So you have to continue your process of constructing yourself. You're not a finished product at all. You're a product, you're a process, which is in every moment in a state of becoming. I would like to quote J. Krishnamurti here. So he said that so the mind must be in a constant state of learning, therefore, always in the active present, always fresh, not stale with the accumulated knowledge of yesterday. He said, to learn about myself, there must be the freedom to look. And this freedom to look is denied when I look through the knowledge of yesterday. So you, in every moment, life offers you choices, and you, in case you made the same choice as you made the moment ago or the year ago, others may think you're the same, but that potential of transformation is available in every moment, and you must continue to craft yourself. So go out and continue to craft yourself with loving care. Continue to craft the world you participate in with loving care. Amplify the kindness, the goodness towards yourself, others, animals, birds, nature. You have a role to play, and in fact, you have a substantial role to play. Your journey of learning is not over with the reception or the awarding of these degrees and diplomas. It's lifelong. And you know that if you don't want your brain cells, first the dendrites, the neurons can die. First the dendrites shrink, and then the neuron dies. But every time you read a new page, every time perhaps you learned a new, maybe you decided that you needed to learn a new sport, or you wanted to learn a new dance step, or you engaged in a conversation where you had new ideas. Every time you do that, you're rewiring your brain, and the brain is capable of neurogenesis right into old age. So you are capable of sprouting new brain cells. Of course, these brain cells will be short lived unless you sustain activity. All sentient life is active. That means all intelligent life is characterized by movement. So the more both physical movement as well as, movement or changing your thinking, etc., and so on. So lastly, I would like to say that, materials, although we live in a culture where spirituality is such a strong foundation, we appear to be chasing material dreams more and more. So when you go, no harm. I also, if you see me, I'm not saying that I've given up on material uh, goals, but interweave your material success with a deep connection to your purpose in life. So let your life not just reflect worldly achievements, but also display and demonstrate a deeper purpose, a purpose not just embodied in great acts, but also small acts of kindness. God bless you. Jai Hind.
Anuradha, Bakshi, ma'am, thank you so much for your words of encouragement. And thank you for inspiring us with your words. We hope to be better future educators, teaching with love and care. And we do agree that Vidya ma'am is a gem of a person who's guided us and been such a marvelous mentor to all of us. Thank you.
If you're planning for a year, you sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, you plant trees. But if you're planning for a lifetime, you educate people. And here at SIS, we educate people, and that gives them a lot of pride and encouragement, sending them out as shining beacons in the world. In addition to many of the projects that they take pride in, that we take pride in, we are so proud to introduce our newsletter, Adhyapanam, and I would like to call upon Dr. Vidya Satish ma'am to talk about it.
Don't worry, it's not going to be a talk on Adhyapanam. This is our e-newsletter, and this is volume 8 and issue 1 that we're going to release today by Dr. Anuradha Bakshi. And this issue, we have focused on NEP 2020 and NCFFS, the National Curriculum Framework. We're going to work on 4. One was Panchakosha Vikas, the other is Panchadi, the 5-step learning, and then foundation literacy and numeracy, as well as instilling Indian ethos through stories. So we've kept the stories and FLN for the next issue. This issue is going to be only on Panchakosha Vikas and Panchadi. So it would be nice if you can release the e-newsletter. Yes. Certificates now only to the students. Okay. We've had Dr. Romila Bhatnagar from NCRT pending the going now. At this point, I would like to thank Dr. Vishwanathan, because when he pushed me for the first e-newsletter. And thank you, sir. Because of that, Adhyapanam was born, and we've done 8 volumes. And we will be sending it to all of you. Thank you, sir.
A huge congratulations to the whole team, teachers and students alike, who worked meticulously behind the scenes to make this happen.
After a year of hard work, commitment, and dedicated efforts, coupled with zest and zeal to perform and excel in their chosen field, we now have a group of teachers, counselors, and special educators. They have made a beginning in their careers, waiting to make a mark in the same. I would now like to invite Ms. Lakshmi Shivkumar, who will announce the endowment awards, the prizes, and diplomas. Thank you.
The culmination of a year of hard work results in the award of prizes and diplomas. So here we are gathered for the award distributions. I call upon Ms. Satyabama Vetrivel. Ms. Satyabama receives the first class and she is a student of the Diploma in Early Childhood Education. She is awarded the Best Student Award instituted by members of the Managing Council of SIES. She receives a trophy and her diploma. Alton? May I now call upon Ms. Saranya Santosh. Saranya is a student of the second year Diploma in Early Childhood Care and Education, the university program, and she passed with a first class with distinction. She gets the Best Student Award instituted by members of the Managing Council of SIES and also receives a trophy. May I now call upon Ms. Tanishka Manish Sidwani. Okay. She's not here, so we move on to the next student, Mr. Madhav. Okay. She receives the S. Subramaniam Endowment instituted by Jayalakshmi Subramaniam for deserving student, and she's a student of counseling and has received the first class. I now call upon Mr. Madhav Somnath Kamath. Mr. Madhav is a student of the postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling, and he passed with a first class. He receives the S. Subramaniam Endowment instituted by Jayalakshmi Subramaniam for deserving student. Mr. Madhav receives a trophy and diploma. May I now call upon Ms. Vrinda? Ms. Vrinda Vinay Gagar is a student of the postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling and receives the S. Subramaniam Endowment instituted by Jayalakshmi Subramaniam for a deserving student. She is passed with a first class and receives a trophy and diploma. May I now call on Ms. Parul? Ms. Parul Mansen Mishra, student of the DEC program, receives the Alpa Shah Endowment Award for a deserving student. Being from a vernacular medium, she excelled in her studies and has successfully completed the program. I call upon Ms. Preetika Sachdeva. Okay. She received the late Srimati Savitri Natarajan and S. Natarajan Endowment Award instituted by Dr. Vijayamurthy for a deserving student, and she cleared the PGDSE, the Postgraduate Diploma in Special Education, first class with distinction. Ms. Shreya Karia, please put your hands together to cheer for the recipients of the various awards. Ms. Shreya Praveen Karia, student of PGDSE, has secured first class with distinction and receives the late Srimati Savitri Natarajan and S. Natarajan Endowment instituted by Dr. Vijayamurthy for a deserving student. Ms. Aruna Shetty. Ms. Aruna Shetty, student of PGDSE, receives a first class with distinction and gets the late Srimati Savitri Natarajan and S. Natarajan Endowment instituted by Dr. Vijayamurthy for a deserving student. Ms. Saranya Santosh, for being the recipient of the late Srimati Saraswati Radhakrishnan Endowment Award instituted by the Managing Council of SIES for being the best all-rounder student and showing excellence in curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities during the academic year 22-23. She receives the trophy and the certificate. Ms. Deepthi Peter. Ms. Deepthi also receives the S. Tadani Endowment Award as well as, the late Srimati Radhakrishnan Endowment Award instituted by the Managing Council members of SIES for being the best all-rounder student in co-curricular, curricular, and extracurricular activities during the academic year 22-23. And she's cleared the course with a first class with distinction. Ms. Deepthi did the course, although not in India. She was abroad and still she participated in all the events and she was very enthusiastic about being part of the course. Deepthi, you'll need to come back again. Deepthi also receives the S. Tadani Endowment Award. You gave it to her? Okay. She receives the S. Tadani Endowment Award instituted by Ms. Seema Tadani. Ms. Saranya Santosh, please come back. Student of SYDECCH, she received the S. Tadani Endowment Award instituted by Ms. Seema Tadani. Tessie. Put your hands together for Ms. Tessie Ajit Abraham, student of the FYDECCH program. She passed with the first class with distinction and receives the S. Tadani Endowment Award instituted by Ms. Seema Tadani. I now call upon my colleague, Ms. Bhakti, to announce the remaining awards.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Recognizing that education is a crucial pillar in the development of society, SR Foundation recognizes meritorious students and awards them. The following are the students who have been awarded the SR Endowment Award. The first one is not here, but I would just like to read her name. Suman Hinduja. She secures first class with distinction in postgraduate diploma in early childhood education. She also receives many merit cards, third for elocution, second for story narration, third for rhyme recitation, third action song, third pot painting, third tattoo making, first consolation, AdMat show, tribal art, first consolation. Miss Anjali Chandrasekhar Gogare. She completed the postgraduate diploma program in early childhood education with a first class, and she receives the following merit awards: third for debate opposition, second action song singing, second story narration, second consolation rhyme recitation, and second prize for greeting card. We have next Janvi Matta. She's not with her. As ma'am said, she is studying in one of the universities in UK. She secured first class with in the postgraduate diploma in early childhood education, and she wins the following awards: second elocution competition, third debate, first story narration, second rhyme recitation, second action song, third group rhyme recitation, first nail art, second pot painting, third tattoo making, and shoe painting, second consolation. May we give a good round of applause to her. The next award goes to Satyabama Vetrivel. She has received many merit cards. It is a long list. It will take me some time to read. First, debate opposition. Second, elocution. Second, group rhyme recitation. First, consolation action song. First, consolation story narration. Group singing second. Dupatta painting second. AdMat show third. Fashion show third. Group dance third. Mehndi third. First, consolation for pot painting third. Second, consolation for tribal and regional art. The next SR Endowment awardee is Pinto Rion Maximos. Like ma'am says, he is the first male student in 43 years in ECCED, and he received a special certificate for that. He also secures first class in the DCE program. He wins the following awards. Second, debate opposition group rhyme recitation. First consolation rhyme recitation. Second, umbrella painting. Third, ad match show. First consolation fashion show. And second consolation pot painting. Next, we have Munaza Mohammad Islahi. She completed the diploma program with a first class. She wins the following awards. Second, shoe painting. Ad match show third, first consolation fashion show, and keychain making a consolation prize. Next, we have Isakimal Murugan Yadav. She secures second class in the DEC program and she has won the following awards. Second, group rhyme recitation, dupatta painting, first consolation, greeting card, first consolation. Next, we have Sanika Subodh Modak. She secures second class in the DEC program. She wins the following awards. Group rhyme recitation first, fashion show second, group singing second. As we all know, Pritika is not in town right now. She has also won the second prize in the debate proposition and she has been awarded the SR Endowment Award. Next, we have Ms. Shreya Karya from the PGDSC course. She has been awarded the SR Endowment Award and wins second prize in debate proposition, second in group dance, ad match show, first consolation. May I now call upon my colleague, Ms. Rupal Vora. Okay. The next SR Endowment awardee is Madhav Somnath Kamath. May I call upon Madhav Kamath? May I now call upon my colleague, Ms. Rupal Vora, to continue with the awards?
SR Endowment Award to Miss Vrinda Gagar, PGDC. SR Endowment Award has also been awarded to Miss Naina Parekh of the class postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling. She has got a first class and also has won prizes, group singing first prize, fashion show third prize, ad match show first consolation prize. Ms. Tanishka Manish Idwani of the postgraduate diploma in counseling has got first prize in group singing, third prize in fashion show, first consolation in ad match show. She is presently at Columbia University, cannot join us. The SR award has also been given to Miss Ankita Nadkarni, who is also studying abroad at present. Postgraduate diploma in counseling, first class. She has got first class in group singing, third in the fashion show, and first consolation ad match show, second consolation solo dance. SR Endowment Award has been also awarded to Miss Falguni Udani, postgraduate diploma in counseling. She has got a first class and has got a second prize in pot painting. SR Endowment Award has been awarded to Ms. Leona Nair, who has got a first class in the postgraduate diploma in counseling. She has got first class in the AdMat show. She's been awarded first prize in the group dance, second prize in tattoo making, first consolation prize pot painting, first consolation in greeting cards. Thank you so much. And now my colleague Kavita will continue.
Thank you, Rupal ma'am. To continue with the SR Endowment Award, we have our students from the second year DECCA program. I call upon Ms. Ria Nimesh Sheth. She has secured first class and has won the following merit. Okay, she's not here with us, but I will read her awards. She has won the following merit cards. Second, rhyme recitation. Third, action song. Second in Mehendi. Third in nail art. Second, consolation in tattoo making. Second, consolation in greeting card making. I now call upon Ms. Rekha. She has secured first class and she's won the following awards. Second, rhyme recitation. First in fashion show. First, rangoli. First, shoe painting. Second, keychain making. Second, pot painting. Second, mehendi. Third, tattoo making. Third, AdMat show. Second, consolation, tribal and regional art. May I now call upon Tessie Ajit Abraham. She has secured the following. She's won the following merit awards. Second in elocution competition. First consolation debate proposition. First rhyme recitation. First action song. First story narration. Second nail art. Third greeting card. Third tribal regional art. Third bridal makeup. First consolation AdMat show. First consolation solo singing. And second consolation pot painting. Woo! Our next student, Shruti, she is also not present here with us. She is cleared the course with the first class with distinction and won the following merit awards. Second in story narration, third AdMat show, first consolation fashion show, second consolation group dance. I now call upon Nivedita Shetty. She's cleared her course with first class and won the following prizes. First consolation elocution competition, first consolation debate opposition, first in rhyme recitation, third group rhyme recitation, first action song, third story narration, first keychain making, first tribal regional art, second group singing, third fashion show, third shoe painting, first consolation mehendi, second consolation pot painting, and consolation in Rangoli. May I now call upon Payal Ramesh Singh. She has secured second class and has won the following awards. First, group rhyme recitation. Second, rhyme recitation. Second, action song. Third, story narration. First, solo dance. First, mehendi. Second, group dance. Second, pot painting. Second, fashion show. Third, group singing. Third, rangoli. Third, dupatta painting. First, consolation, group dance. I now call upon Priyanka Kamble. She has secured second class and won the following awards. First, group rhyme recitation. Second, consolation story narration. Second, group singing. Second, umbrella painting. Third, fashion show. First, consolation group dance. Our next student, Ankita Saroj. She has won the following awards. Second, in group rhyme recitation. Second, consolation action song. Second, in Rangoli. Second, Mehendi. Third, group singing. First, consolation greeting card. And first, consolation group dance. The following students from the first year of the current batch have won the SR Endowment Award. I now call upon Mitali Rajan Joshi. She is from the postgraduate diploma in early childhood care and education course. Next, I call Manju Murugan. She is also from the postgraduate diploma in early childhood education. Next, we have a student from Nerul, a post-graduation diploma in early childhood education, Shikha Srivastava. I now call upon Harneet. She is from diploma in early childhood care and education. Next, may I call upon Mona Sanjay Shah. She is from postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling. She's getting the SR Endowment Award. Our next student, Kritika Iyer, from postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling. Next, we have a student from the current batch university program, Khushi Mehendi Padania, who's getting the SR Endowment Award. I would like to call Hanusha Rajesh Kudal. She's also won the SR Endowment Award. May I now call upon my colleague, Rashmi ma'am, to please come and follow the.
Thank you, Kavita. We now come to the DEC students and they receive their diploma and the merit certificates. I call upon Parul Mishra. Is Parul here? Yeah. Parul Mishra receives her diploma and merit certificates for first consolation group prime recitation, second prize for fashion show. Yeah. Deepali Wagmare, Hiral Tank. She receives her diploma and second prize in fashion show. Next is Priyanka Dabani. Okay. Aarti Dineshwala. She receives a diploma and merit cards, second prize in greeting cards, second in fashion show, first consolation in Rangoli, and first consolation in tattoo making. Dishita Wadhwa. First consolation group prime recitation, second prize in fashion show. Now we come to the DEC Nerul. Baishali Muzumdar. She secured first class and third prize in group rhyme recitation and first consolation in rhyme recitation. Aishwarya Raghu. Third prize in group rhyme recitation, second prize in group singing. Ayman Akbar Ansari. Third prize in ADMAT show, first consolation in fashion show. Priyanka Shah. Seema Sukhadan. Seema Second prize in AdMat show, second in group singing, third in fashion show, and third prize in group dance. Aruna Shetty. Aruna Shetty. Yeah. First prize in elocution competition and first in solo singing. Rutuja Panchal. Is Rutuja Panchal here? She secured first class and receives her diploma. Next, we call upon Saranya Santosh and a long list of merit certificates again. Third prize in debate proposition, second in action song, second story narration, third rhyme recitation, first fashion show, third solo singing, and third in AdMat show. A big round of applause. Dipti Peter, first in action song, second in rhyme recitation, third in story narration, and first in solo singing. Prajakta Korgaonkar, she secures first class, first in rhyme recitation, first in story narration, and first in fashion show. Ramya Anil, first consolation in elocution competition, first in fashion show, second in bridal makeup, third in AdMat show, and first consolation in solo dance. Mansi Panchal secures first class and receives the following merit cards. Second consolation in rhyme recitation, first in fashion show, second in nail art, third in AdMat show, first consolation in solo dance, first consolation in tattoo making, second consolation in mehndi, and second consolation in greeting card. Ritu Dugal. Keep the applause going. Thank you. Yeah. Padma Kanis. Is not. I now call upon my colleague Kavita to announce the further awards.
Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. I now call upon Rajshri Singh. She's won the following awards. First consolation rhyme recitation, first fashion show, first pot painting, second tribal regional art, third mehendi. The next student, Renuka Atul Araj. She has won the following merit awards. First in fashion show, second solo dance, third tribal and regional art, second consolation pot painting. Next, may I call upon Valerie. I think Valerie is not here. She secured first class and won the following awards. Third in elocution competition, first consolation debate opposition, first consolation AdMat show, second consolation group dance. The next student, Miss Vanshika Cheda. She secured first class and won the following merit awards. Second consolation debate opposition, third group rhyme recitation, second fashion show, third bridal makeup, first consolation AdMat show, second consolation group dance. Next, may I call upon Abigail Fernandez. She is secured first class and won the following merit awards. First, umbrella painting, first consolation AdMat show. They get a special certificate for their contribution to designing the newsletter. I now call upon Riza Sameer Sheikh. She is secured second class and won the following awards. Second action song, second story narration, third rhyme recitation, third group rhyme recitation, first greeting card, first bridal makeup, second ad match show, second group singing, third fashion show, third shoe painting. The next student, Nupur Jaswant Rawal. She secured second class and won the following awards. First consolation elocution competition, third group rhyme recitation. Next, may I call upon Palak. She has secured second class and won the following awards. Third group rhyme recitation, second fashion show, first consolation bridal makeup, first consolation ad match show, second consolation group dance. Next, may I call upon Jia Doshi. She has secured second class and won the following awards. Second in group rhyme recitation, second consolation rhyme recitation, second in fashion show, second group dance, and third in group singing. She has also won a special certificate for her contribution in e-newsletter. Next, we have Isha Chintamani. She has won the following merit awards. Third, group rhyme recitation. Second, consolation action song. Third, fashion show. May I now call upon Rupal ma'am to please continue with the awards?
Yes. I would like to call upon Devanshi Muni. Devanshi has got a first class. However, she is not here. She's studying abroad. Dhwani Kataria, postgraduate diploma in counseling. Second class. Dhwani is not here. Miss Neeta Prabhu, postgraduate diploma in counseling. She has been awarded a second class and has got a first prize in ad match show. Vidya? Yes. Miss Sakshi Duth is not here. She's a student of postgraduate diploma in counseling. Sakshi had got first prize in debate, first prize in ad match show, first prize in group dance, first prize in Mehndi, first prize in dupatta painting, third in fashion show, second concert. Students, please settle down. Yes. Can we have Maitri Sangvi here? Maitri is not here. She has got second consolation in debate. Yes, I would now call upon my colleague Bhakti to continue.
May I now call upon Mitali Anil Yadav? Not there, no. May I now call upon Miss Next, can I call upon Miss Kritika Iyer? The next award are for those who have completed the self-learning certificate course. Miss Kritika Iyer has completed Understanding Emotional and Behavior Difficulties. Next, we have Miss Lakshmi. She has also completed Understanding Emotional and Behavioral Difficulties. Next, we have Ritika Sanjay Thapar, Understanding Emotional and Behavioral Difficulties. Next, we have Ms. Shikha Srivastava for SLCC for Understanding Emotional and Behavioral Difficulties. May I now call upon my colleague, Ms. Lakshmi Shivakumar, to continue.
Continuing with the distribution of awards, please keep clapping for your friends. Miss Kashish Jatin Nandrajog, is she here? Miss Kashish? Miss Mona Sanjay Shah? They both get the award for decoding. All these students receive an award for decoding the autism spectrum disorder, okay? So, Miss Rebecca Thomas, are you here? Miss Rebecca? Okay, she's not present, but she also receives the award for decoding the autism spectrum disorder. Miss Roshni Sunil Kukreja, she received the award for decoding the autism spectrum disorder. Miss Shruti Rajesh, are you here? She received the award for decoding the autism spectrum disorder. And finally, Miss Yukta Abhijit Sadadekar, decoding the autism spectrum disorder. Are you here, Miss Yukta? So, a huge round of applause for everyone.
This year, we have two students who have completed the certificate course in early childhood care and education. It is a 6-month program. This was the third batch. May I call upon Mithali? Mithali Anil Yadav. She secured an A grade in the certificate course. And she works for Bunyad. May I now call upon Ms. Rajeshwari Ganesh. Rajeshwari Ganesh also completed the CSET program. May I now call upon my colleague, Ms. Kavita, to continue.
Well, these are the special awards for the competition that was recently held for the first years. It's the competition was about teaching aid making event. They had to make teaching aids, innovative teaching aids in the categories of puppet, flashcard, flip chart, accordion pleat, flannel board, and also they had to submit a game. So these are the awards for the same. The first prize for teaching aid making event in game category, Hanusha Kudal. Paridhi Prajapati, first in the games category. Miss Harneet Dhawan, Third in the game category, Tanjana Deo. I don't think she's here. Shikha Srivastava, first in teaching aid making event, puppet and game from the Nerul. Riza Samir Sheikh, second in puppet making. Swati Marwa, third in puppet making. Miss Bhavna Sutar, first in a teaching aid making event, model. Miss Gauri Dharne, second for the model category. Miss Smita Esther, she is not here with us. We have again Paridhi Prajapati for she stood first in a teaching aid making event, flashcards. Miss Nupur Rawal, second for teaching aid making event, cutouts. Miss Damri Daniel, third for making a chart. Miss Manju Murugan, she is first for teaching aid making event, games category. Miss Riza Samir Sheikh, again second for the games that she has made. Miss Nivedita Shetty, third for teaching aid making event, games category. I now call upon the compeers to please continue.
Thank you so much, teachers. We wish to congratulate all the students. We're so proud of you all and inspired by your achievements. They stand as a testament to your perseverance and dedication. Sometimes we can only understand the significance of certain moments in retrospect. Our students have lived through a lot of highs and lows, experienced plenty of joys and exhilarating moments in the past year. A few of our students would love to share their unique perspectives and enriching experiences during the program. I would now like to call upon Satyabhama Vetrivel.
A very warm welcome to one and all. I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to all my dear friends and the upcoming teachers over here. Nelson Mandela sir once said, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. As now we have been equipped with the most powerful weapon, it's our duty and responsibility to use it wisely. Thank you. I would like to express my gratitude to the Institute of SIES ICE and the captain of the ship, Ms. Vidya Satish ma'am, for providing us with the great platform to discover our own inner self and talents. And believe me, it could have not done without these wonderful, precious, knowledgeable, and kindly and most friendly teachers like you all. Thank you so much, ma'am, for making us believing in us again and again that we can also do something better and most in our life. And my time with SIS Institute of Comprehensive Education is a remarkable journey, and I would like to cherish it for my life entirely. And still, I'm like standing here. It reminds me the day of like the debate day. That day, ma'am told Satya, was it's time up, Satya. Please come down, time up. So that's the most precious moment in my life that I'm going to cherish it. And I'm immensely pleasure to have graduated from SIS eyes as a teacher, and I would like to mention our institute forever and ever. As we all know, education is the most powerful weapon and it plays a crucial role in our life. We have the power to change the world. Let's change it as a better teacher and make a better teacher. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity. And not less than, thank you so much for my everyone, like entire family members and my loved ones. Those have supported me to the entire career. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to all the teachers, all the support staff who've made our 1 year very, very memorable. Last year, when I walked through the corridors of SIS, I got a feeling of nostalgia because I graduated from this college 20 years ago under the Faculty of Commerce. I passed out also as a chartered accountant. And here I am standing as a special educator. And it's like another feather in my cap. I'm saying that with a lot of pride. The root word of education is to educate, and educate stems from educe, which means to bring out the potential in a person. And I think as special educators, that is something that we really believe in, is to bring out the potential in every child, even more so in a child with special needs. The dictionary word of the meaning disabled has several terms: wrecked, maimed, wounded, weakened, crippled. You know, indeed, persons with disability are marked with several challenges. But when you define a person with disability with so many terms, I feel that it's more disabling than the pathology itself. According to me, the whole idea of normalcy is actually, that denies them from engaging them in the community at large. The last 1 year has been very overwhelming, and I'm sure my friend Shreya here would understand that, because we did our 1 year internship in a special school, and it has been overwhelming. It has been very emotionally draining. It has been enriching, enlightening. Apart from the skill sets that our wonderful teachers have taught and developed, what we have been reminded of time and
I don't know. I was really not expecting my name to be called because this moment where I am witnessing, I'm going to take my time and enjoy this. It's not just because I was an offshore student, but because I can. Okay, now I'll step into my speech. Hearty congrats to all my fellow graduates for achieving yet another milestone in your academic journey. I think, burning the midnight oil, all those late nights really, really paid off. And I can see that with the bright smiles across this room. One of the things that I'm sure all of us can agree with is that this journey has been nothing short of transformative. It's like, if I could be a little scientific over here, it's helped us all go through this process of metamorphosis. Why am I saying that? Because as to where I'm standing right now, when I reflect back, I can say with sheer confidence that this course is so thoughtfully planned that it is not something that is just limited to a brick and mortar setup. It was not just limited to textbook and lectures, shuttling between the two. I'm sure all of us can agree with that. The practical component of this course was such that each of us teachers over here were so rigorously trained Why? Why? Because our teachers, who are visionaries themselves, who had this overarching vision that my student, that's us, should be ready and prepared for a world which is not just present, but because the field of education is so fast paced and it's ever evolving, they were preparing us for a world that is the future. So they took us already into the future. And for that, come on, let's just give a round of applause to our teachers. Nikita, ma'am, thank you so much for being here. And I would be fairly well disappointed with myself if I did not extend my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Almighty God for connecting me with this course. I kind of went through the University of Mumbai, the catalog and everything, and I found Dr. Dr. Uma's contact number over there, and I wanted to know if they have an ECC program. So you see, I actually had to go a big chucker to find out this. So that's why it gives me an overwhelming sense of pride that I've completed this course, And so thank you to God for all my glamorous panel of teachers and the beautiful relationships that I've had of my lovely friends. Heartfelt gratitude to my family and all of our beloved family members for being that constant, consistent support to help us navigate these 2 years. And once again, a heartfelt gratitude, appreciation, and a huge salute to all my teachers, as well as the visiting professors that were there, who were so dedicated to the field of education and who invested and poured themselves into us so that we can be the burning lamps to light up the future. So huge respect and salute to all my teachers. Thank you so much for shaping our lives. Thank you, ma'am.
Deepti, thank you so much. Can we have Saranya Santosh? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all here, my friends, my teachers. It is an honor to be here with you all and today to celebrate this momentous occasion, joyful occasion. Finally, we have completed our course. Yes, I can't help but think when I registered or when I started this program, I used to wonder, will I be able to do it? There's a lot of things, cutting, making teaching aids. Sometimes it felt like I cannot do this. No, no, no. But then I have to thank all my teachers. Special mention to Nikita ma'am, Vidya ma'am, Bhakti ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am. Yes, they inspired us, and here we are today. I can say I have completed this course. Over the past 2 years, I have learned so much. The different theories of teaching, learning, lesson planning, class management, and whatnot. We have learned. We have been through everything that is there to know about what we can do better and what we can go out there and do our best with. But I have also learned the importance of building relationship with students. Each one of our faculty, I have to mention, has a special bond with each of us that has evolved, that has helped us evolve as a better person. And not to forget, we had the best of two worlds, offline as well as online. So we are that batch. Yeah, we are that batch who had both, the best of both worlds. And on the occasion of this day, I mean this occasion, where I will take the liberty to extend my thanks to each one of our teacher who taught us to be kind, but also to be firm and fair, willing to go that extra mile for our students and be approachable always. I'm grateful to have been a part of this program. And, you know, I'm also grateful that I met so many wonderful people over here. Not to forget my friends, my teachers, the staff. Every one of y'all were helpful, and throughout the course, somewhere or the other has touched my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can we please have Leona Nair?
Good evening, everybody. Um, I'm used to talking, but I don't know. I'm really very nervous today, and I really couldn't by heart something, so I have written it down here. So to begin with, Honorable Director, Principal, faculty members, Honorable Chief Guest, my fellow graduates, a very good evening to all of you. I'm Leona, and I'm honored to stand here before you today as a graduate of the Postgraduate Diploma in Counseling program. This program has been an incredible journey for me as I landed here after 9 years. So, just to give a short brief, I completed my B.Ed. I hold almost 8 years of teaching experience. And while I was teaching, this was a kind of transformative decision for me to jump from one career to another career. I won't call it as a midlife crisis, but something that helped me to, decide and go ahead. So, of course, it was a big risk for me, but I'm very happy that I took this risk. Um, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the faculty members. I would like to name them to begin with Rupal ma'am, who has been a constant guidance and support throughout the course. Next, Dr. Almeida. She made paper one look really beautiful, but it ended up being very tough for me. Paper two, Trupti ma'am and Rupal ma'am. Trupti ma'am was definitely brilliant, and initially it looked super tough for me, but I ended up scoring much better marks in paper two. And paper three, Kayuri ma'am and Aditi ma'am. All the other visiting faculties, Ruxana ma'am, thank you so much for your constant guidance and support and all the knowledge that you shared throughout the course. We were also exposed to different visits, a few to name. The Shiv Kalyan Kendra, wherein we visited the cancer patients. It was a different exposure altogether. We also visited the Nalanda school, where we met the beautiful, special, gifted children, and so much of empathy, so much of learning from them, from the teachers who puts a lot of incredible efforts without thinking about any kind of returns. And that was really a great learning for us. Also, we had the OFC, that is One Future Collective, who came up here and discussed about the queer rights and allyship, something new to learn in depth. And also, lastly, I remember we visited Shahpur, the Gotegar Ashram, where we were given an opportunity to put out all our learning to the students. So thank you so much, Vidya ma'am, Rupal ma'am, for arranging such beautiful places for us. I completed my internship with SIES school, again a different exposure. And with the help of Rupal ma'am, I also exposed myself to Masina Hospital, where I was under the guidance of Dr. Sahir Jamati and the psychologist there. It was a 1 full month of fruitful learning, getting exposed to the mentally challenged patients, and the way they learned, or the way they were coping up with all the issues that they were dealing with. So throughout this entire year, I've had wonderful experience, beautiful learning. And yes, today I have embarked into journey of being a counselor, currently working with Aji Care as a geriatric counselor slash elder buddy. And again, working with the senior citizens here who are above 60, dealing with dementia, Alzheimer's, it's again challenging, but it's beautiful. So thank you so much, SIES College, for this wonderful knowledge that you have given me, and I take beautiful, lovely memories and learnings from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Leona. Can we please have Neeta Prabhu?
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Even I have noted down some of my words. Hello. Yeah. My name is Neeta Prabhu. I'm privileged to have got this opportunity to speak about my journey during the course. I have different thing to say, because I have completed my bachelor's degree in the year 1993 with psychology. And the subject psychology always fascinated me because the subject helped me to grow as a human being in a different way. I wanted to pursue further my education in psychology. However, suitable courses were not available in Aurangabad University where I have studied at that time, and my desire was left unfulfilled. Then I done my post graduation in English literature and took up a job in a government organization in a field which was totally unrelated to psychology. And I continued in the organization for around 24 years, but the urge to do something in the field of psychology kept pinching me. And finally I left my job in February 2022 to study further in psychology. I explored I explored options online. Like during this 24 years, I used to, kept on searching every year, what can I do? And I used to, leave that options. But finally I left and I explored options and thought that this PGDC course would be a relatively easier option to begin with rather than going directly for masters after such a big gap. But I was wrong, totally wrong. This course has been tough, involved 3 exams, multiple presentations, project work, internships, practicals, journal preparations, field visits, and we have done 2 internships. To be honest, I have never ever been very seriously, and research help, which has helped me a lot. Thanks to the guidance of Rupal ma'am and other faculty members, because of them we could cope and complete the course. Due to the same, I missed quite a few occasions on the personal front. I think some of you might also missed some, occasions like family weddings, Diwali celebrations, because our first term exams was after Diwali, and other festive celebrations, family trips, etc., etc. So we're totally devoted for this PGTC. I could relate, because of which I could relate the needs of student life with my kids. The course gave me the complete experience and confidence. With that, I am now working as a counselor as SIES school. This course, yeah, and this course gave us the opportunity to do internship in schools. And see, now I'm working as a counselor, and first batch of 5 interns has completed their internship, and now 7 interns are coming for the internship at SIES school. Firstly, it was a very weird feeling for me because last year I was the student, I was the intern. But just after two months, I'm become the supervisor, and new fresh interns are coming under my guidance. So what a transition for me personally. This has been a big achievement for me, giving me the feeling of fulfillment of one of my goals in my life and a step towards fulfillment of purpose of my life. What Bakshi ma'am was talking about, like the journey towards becoming a being has just started now. This is just a beginning. And my purpose of life of serving people is, I'm able to work towards that. Once again, I would like to thank Rupal ma'am, Vidya ma'am, and all other faculty members for their support during their journey. Thank you so much.
I must say, it's such a joy to hear you all speak. What beautiful souls. I would finally like to call upon Rion Pinto and share his experience with us.
Good evening, everyone. Director Vidya ma'am, faculty, friends. and fellow graduates, I'm honored to speak to you on this very important day. First, I would like to thank the administration and faculty of SIES Institute of Comprehensive Education for their hard work and dedication on our behalf. On a personal note, being the first male graduate, uh, I'm. It is. It's. I can't describe it. I would like to honor my professors. They have encouraged me and supported me. Without them, I don't think this would be possible. Fellow students, today we have finished the course. Sometimes I think it is ironic that in each endeavor in academic lives, we learn and grow and achieve the highest level possible in the institution. Thanks to everything we have learned so far, I am confident we will keep climbing as if we are on an endless ladder to heights we have never achieved before. For that reason, I urge you all. For that reason, I urge you all to make sure that you are on a ladder that you genuinely want to be. Our contribution to the world will not be measured by money, but rather by by how we share unique gifts, by our unique gifts given by God to us. And the only place to find those gifts is to look within ourselves. And last but not the least, I thank all my friends, Eman, Nupur, Dipali, and all who are not here, and even my classmates. When I came here, I was the only male child in the class, but you know, they not only made me feel welcome, but even made my 1 year course a very memorable one. Thank you.
Thank you for those wonderful testimonials. I'm sure that the current students like me are feeling emotional and inspired by them as well. So something that he said reminds me of one of my favorite books by Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And I think that this is quite fitting for this moment. And bear with me while I read just a few lines. Oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You're the one who'll decide where to go. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. So now we're at the closing point. I know you've all been patiently waiting with us. Thank you for that. As ma'am spoke about gratitude being one of the most important things and the first thing we should think about, I'd like to read a quote from John F. Kennedy, which says that as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not just to utter the words, but to live by them. So I'll start by example, and I'll thank my co-host, Niyati, for being wonderful and lovely, as you see.
And thank you, Deborah, for being so patient and kind with me. And thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. I would now like to call upon Bhakti Gala ma'am for the word of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, girls. I'll not take much time. Last 2 minutes, promise. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Said William Arthur Watt. So here I am to propose the formal vote of thanks. Our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, Honorary Treasurer Shri Devdas Nair Sir, Dr. S.V. Vishwanathan, the Managing Council member, Principal Dr. Uma Shankar, all the faculty members, special invitees, and most importantly, my graduating students. On behalf of the entire institute, SIES Institute of Comprehensive Education, it is my privilege to propose the formal vote of thanks and to express my gratitude. My deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Anuradha Bakshi, for having spared your valuable time and gracing this momentous occasion with your presence. Thank you for joining us in our celebration. Our students are very happy to receive this awards, diplomas from you. Ma'am, your convocation address was insightful and it inspired hopes and pride in everyone present here. You spoke about gratitude, empathy, positive regard, greater solace, inner divinity, reach out to your own goodness, think no evil, act of service, living life, lifelong learning, and through your little story, highlighting the facts of collaboration and compensation and not competition. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom, ma'am. You were very insightful and you were very, very, very expressive during your convocation address. I would like to thank Honorary Secretary Shri Devdas Nair sir, Dr. S.V. Vishwanathan, the Managing Council member, Dr. Uma Shankar, principal of our very own college, Minakshi Sriram, headmistress of SIES High School, Kindergarten, Ms. Anam Kazi, coordinator of pre-primary SIS, Dr. APJ Memorial High School, Sangeeta ma'am, and our special invitees for adding grace and charm to this function. I would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Sagar Patil, IT, ASCS, and Mr. Charan, IT Syscoms, for helping us with the tech support today, for putting up everything on YouTube. And to all the staff of SIES, ASCS, for all their constant support. I would like to thank our photographer and the decorator for the hard work that they have put in. I would like to congratulate all my bright and charismatic students passing out today this year. We know most of you have started working and are doing very well. We keep getting feedbacks from your heads and supervisors. You all make us indeed very proud. Keep up the good work, dedication, compassion alive in you always. Thank you for being such an amazing audience and such amazing students in the last 1 year or the 2 years. Best wishes for all your future endeavors. Lastly, I would like to thank all the current batch students, teacher training, counseling, and special education for helping us with the decorations, putting up teaching aids, making photo booth, rolling board, etc., 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 and also taking up all the responsibilities today with full commitment. Deborah and Niyati, you girls were fabulous. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Jia, Abigail, Palak, and Vanshika for designing the newsletter which we released today. You girls were amazing. We have worked last 2, 3, 4 days, Vidya ma'am, me, and you four, to release the newsletter today. So thank you for that. This event wouldn't have been successful without all the support of our dear student. Thank you to everyone present here. Before we just wind up, everyone can give their sash and they can collect their refreshments from the counter. May I now request everyone to please rise up for the national anthem. तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, भारत माता की. We would request you all to wait and please make way for the chief guest, and then we all can leave for the day. Please have a seat. Just few more seconds.
you.